Hi everyone, this is Chris here with My Old House Fix, and today I want to give you a few good tips for door hinge installation that'll give you a trouble-free install when you're installing these hinges. As you can see here, we've already had some trouble. We popped the head off of a screw. This wood is solid oak, so it's extremely hard, and so it's really important that you drill the right and correct size pilot hole when you start. And we'll move over here and show you some tips on how to make this happen without popping the heads off and to make sure it's lined up correctly. So let's head over here to the next hinge and we'll show you what's going on. Okay, first off we need to make a pilot hole. So we'll come over here with our tool, and it's really important to mark the exact center of each hole. These screws are tapered, so when you drive those down into the hinge, if each one is not perfectly lined up in the center, then your screw is going to stick out a little bit. It's not going to line up in this hole correctly. Again, this door is solid oak, so you want to be careful. Sometimes you have a piece of grain right in the middle and it kind of throws your marking off a little bit. So make sure these are right in the center, and then you want to do a punch about 1/8 of an inch deep just to get you started. Mark it in the middle, a couple of taps. Okay, so now we know that the drill bit will start nice and straight, right where it needs to be. So remove the hinge. Now it's time to drill. Now, drill bit size is very crucial. What I like to do is maybe start on the middle hinge, as that hinge isn't as crucial as the top or the bottom. Make sure your drill bit size is correct. I started off with a 1/16 inch and moved up to a 3/32, and it's still extremely tight. But what I found was moving up to an 1/8 of an inch was too large, so the screw wouldn't tighten. So I'm going back down to the 3/32 of an inch drill bit, and we'll show you a couple tricks. Even though after one pass it was tight, we're going to make a couple of additional ones just to loosen the hole up a little bit. Okay. Okay, now that we have the first 3 drilled, we'll drill the final, and I'll show you how to loosen the hole up a little bit. So you'll make the first pass down to the correct depth. Make sure your drill is straight. And make a few passes just to loosen the hole up. Clean off the wood in your bit. Okay, now we're ready for the hinge install. So replace your hinge. And you want to take a little bit of wax to lubricate your screw. This is very important. Remember, we popped the head off the other screw that we showed you at the first of the video. So you want to lubricate the screw just a little bit with a little bit of beeswax. If you don't have any beeswax around, even a tea light candle will work. Just dip it down in, make sure it gets on the threads. This will lubricate the screw as it goes in. And if you try to drive one in dry, you will see how much easier it is once you have the beeswax on it to lubricate it. So then you just place the screw in, get it started, and you'll find that it goes in a lot easier, again, than trying to go in with it dry. Use a nice big wide bladed screwdriver. Make sure it fits the screw well, because these slotted screws, these hinges are made in India, they don't make the grooves really deep, so you want to be careful it doesn't slip off, mar the finish, and slip off and hit your hinge. So just finish driving it in, keep the screwdriver lined up so it doesn't hit the sides here, and tighten it down. Remove any excess wax, and this is good enough for the initial fit up on our door. Alright, so just to recap, you don't want to pop any screws. Make sure your hole is the correct size, not too small, not too loose. Make a few passes. Start on your middle hinge first to kind of gauge the size of the hole depending on the wood. Pine and softer wood isn't so bad, but oak is really a problem as it's very hard. So get that established on your middle hinge so your top and bottoms are good. Lubricate the screw before you put it in so you don't pop the heads off, and you'll be good to go. Alright, this is Chris here from My Old House Fix, and I hope you learned a little bit on the video. Give me some feedback, let me know what you think. I'm going to get back to work, and we'll see you guys later.